Hello, chat. Hello, Nagan and Ratsky. GG's on your first, both of you. Hello, KJ. Welcome in. How's everyone doing? Nagan, I had a question for you. Also, today we're drawing animals having a snowball fight. And this was a Caitlin request, so I'm going to draw otters. I maybe have an answer. It's a peeled Mr. Ryan. It looked like something from like Yoshi's Story. Like the flowers or something. I can't remember what I can't remember the specific character it reminded me of. And then I clicked it. I'm living in a whole new world. I do like the dance though. That's a good emote. It's doing the skeleton dancing. Yeah. Also, thank you for a 7-stream streak. Ransky. Again, what was that word for like the hotkey things? Where I could like use my keyboard as a stream deck. Macro. Okay, is that something that I, having no tech brain, would be able to figure out? Because I was just realizing that there's some things that would help me with, I think. Depends, I think, on the keyboard. I see. Welcome in, Caitlin. Caitlin, I'm drawing one of your prompts today. Figured out macros when I was 12. Beb, you can do it too. It's putting a lot of faith in me. Caitlin, I have a very particular vision for this piece. I don't know if it's going to work, but also I feel like I've said that about all of these pieces this week, so maybe it'll be perfect. I matched out the days to see when you'd get to mine to make sure I wouldn't be at work. Nice. I love that people are enjoying this. And KJ got orange juice for his day. We're just making this a whole week of festivities. I didn't know you were going in order. I thought about like shuffling them, but then I got lazy, and also it felt like Beb unthawing just needed to be first. It was just fitting for the first day. I'm excited. I'm actually excited for that day too. I have plans. It's going to be the grandest orange juice we've ever seen. About to make a real breakfast because I have the time. Eggs, bacon, and hash browns. Nice. That sounds delicious. I can't remember the last time I made like a real breakfast. Okay, so the idea for this one is I want it to be kind of like a first-person perspective. Right? Maybe a bit smaller than this. Oops. So like we're right here, and we're looking at one otter's hand. He's making a snowball. Need everyone to send me strength and patience. I just found out that I have to get a gift for 7 kids and wrap them by 10 a.m. tomorrow. Caitlin, I still have to get a gift for 1 kid between now and Christmas. And I just have to wrap it between now and Christmas. And I'm stressing over that alone. So I send you all of the strength. Do you have like? Did they tell you? Like, do you know what would be good for these kids? I'm not Abby. I wouldn't be either. I'd be freaking out. Yeah. I I'm usually really good about getting my shopping done in time, but everything snuck up on me this year. So I've got it all figured out except for one of the nieces. I just haven't seen them to like pry gift ideas out. Candy for all. Higgy's friend does a Christmas brunch every year. I've been asking him for weeks when it is. He kept saying, I don't know. This morning he told me it's tomorrow. This is when you demand one of those massages. He gives lists and stuff, but he got a new phone the other day and doesn't have the text history. Oh my gosh, it's the perfect storm. I get that massage gun working and then figure out where the pain points are in the body. Yeah. How's it going, Sage? Welcome in. How are you doing? Hope you're staying warm. Okay, so this is... I gotta figure out something with this left hand situation, but... Wait, thumb would be up. So maybe something like this. Higgy, you want a massage? Definitely cash in on him. I'm saying. I'm petty massages or I'm not going, and you can buy your own gifts. Oh, eraser is gigantic. I would like to say that I'm petty too, but I would definitely be like panic driving to the store already. See that my petty is bodily harm. Instead of yelling at people in traffic, not allowed to give him massages because whatever way I use the gun apparently hurts. See? That's exactly what Nagan wants. Okay. So that's where the hands are going to be. And then maybe we have like a little horizon line somewhere out here. And then we've got the other friend Otter. He's going to be off out here in the background somewhere. He's got himself on a little toboggan. Oh man, I didn't get a good enough reference. Should take our massage gun out so I can get a massage. Everyone, if you have a massage gun, take it out. Make sure it has batteries. It's charged. And that whoever is using it knows how to not harm you with it. Anyways, how are y'all? I'm pretty good. It's a cold morning. So I feel like I'm slow to start, but I'm feeling good. I got good sleep. It's very warm here. I'm so jealous. It's probably like actually warm here. I'm just a chicken. What is the temperature? Oh no, it's in the 40s, so it's like it's 20-degree difference between now and what it was yesterday. It's so back and forth. I'm good. Just fixed the lighting in my work office. Got a record spinning. It's rainy, and once work is done, it's gaming time. That sounds delightful. What record are you spinning? If you care to share. And what gaming are you gaming? It's 55. Okay. I like the warm here was 40 for you also. I'm so wimpy with temperatures. It's cold and rainy here. It was rainy yesterday, so now it's just kind of like mushy here. Threaten him with it if he doesn't. I like just giving a checklist. Choose your own threat. It's 27 and I feel warm? Because it's been like 16, that's fair. I would be a bear icicle, a bearsicle. Spinning Black Bear's Digital Drug Lord album. Octopath. Those games look so good to me. I played the demo of the first one. Mariah Berry? I didn't make you type anything. It's part of you now. It's part of the lore. I feel like I recognize the name Black Bear. Amazing. 100% at Octopath 1 and 2. Is 0 a third one? Okay, so these I found an okay reference. His body's kind of like a long suitcase-shaped potato. Too tired, and my brain is just like, yep, that was English. Nagan, did you sleep? 0 came out on the 4th, okay. They took the mobile game, added a bunch of stuff, and rebuilt it from scratch to make it actually feel like a console game, and removed the gacha system. Okay, you said mobile game, and I was starting to get worried. I'm glad they, like, worked on it to port it. I hate playing a game and it, like, clearly feels like they just shifted over a mobile. It's a prequel to the original, okay. So the numbering makes sense. Doesn't feel like a mobile game. Good. I can't remember what it was called, but there was a game I was waiting for like a year on Switch. And then I finally got it, and it was pretty clearly just mobile. Mobile directly ported. It was so upsetting. So since I had coffee yesterday, my sleep was not good, and I still woke up at 5 or 6. Forgot to turn off my alarm. I woke up. I've actually been setting alarms for these morning streams just because I'm paranoid. I've woken up before them every time, and it still jump scares me every time it goes off. It's this dude who's in Mansions with Mike Posner. Like the Mansion song, STFU. Caitlin, the first glance at that message, I thought you were telling KJ to shut up. See what's going on now. I just woke up with no alarm. I feel like I could just stop setting alarms for this, but watch the one day I do it and I don't get on here until like 11:30, and everyone's like, "What happened to Bev?" Hot girl bummer. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Corin, how's it going? Welcome in. Okay. Otter, he's gonna have some ridiculous snow boots on. They're kind of covered by his tummy, but they're there. Okay, I need to check these people out. I recognize Black Bear's name. And not just because there's bear in the name. I get it. I get the joke. I've never heard of mansions. Found him through my best friend when we lived together back in 2017. I've been listening since. Nice. Doing all right. Kind of rainy. Getting annoyed at my new but poopy laptop. I hate that for you. It's been a lot of tech troubles this week for people. How are you guys doing? Pretty good. It's cold and wet here, so similar boat minus the laptop. Doing pretty good. I think everyone else is doing pretty good from what I've read. We're drawing an otter that I'm realizing now kind of looks like a sauce bottle. Okay, so he's gonna be currently working on making a snowball. Put his little paws like here. Maybe this one's kind of more upright. See, thumb would be inward on that side. So don't have to worry about drawing it. No, he's a country artist, but do you listen to Memory with Blackbeard and Kane Brown? I feel like I've heard of Kane. There's so many music options out there. I feel like I know so much about music, and then I see all these artists that other people mention that I've never even heard of. Oh, it was supposed to be Black Bear. Okay. That makes sense. I feel like I could have auto-corrected that in my brain. I just got excited because I saw a pirate name. Okay, and then his little nosy. His nosy is very like it's almost like a flattened home plate. He's got his little eyes. His little eyes. And he's going to be very upset. Okay, maybe not like that upset. Those are gigantic eyebrows. So let's be shopping and now I'm listening to music. You gotta multitask. Let the music hype you up. during the shopping. There's one other Black Bear record I want to get, but I don't want to pay $15 for shipping when the record is $30. Yeah. That's always a hard sell. Okay. And their arms look a little fake. Otter's arms don't look real to me. He's kind of like barely even coming out of him. Maybe I'll send it to Peach as a gift idea. That's smart. That's how you do it. Okay, this is really close to the reference that I'm looking at, but this arm just doesn't look right to me. So we're gonna tinker with things a bit. We're gonna go our own way. Also, we're gonna not make these lines ridiculously thick. Need to adjust that. And also, this needs to come in a little bit. I went on a record buying craze like a year ago because the site was having a sale. I went through like 3 or 4 years of it. It wasn't like a craze, but I was regularly getting records. And I realized that I was buying them and listening to them once, and they were just lining my shelves. I still have the urge. I definitely do. Especially if you see like a cool edition. End of last year, beginning of this year, I went ham. It's a cool thing to collect, though. Used to, for like 3 months or so at one point, I had a record subscription. They would like send you a few every month. And they bragged about like how they were specifically selected with your tastes in mind. They were so wrong. They never got me right at all. I think I've unfortunately decided to go back to Spotify. Tidal just didn't do it for you. I feel like I listened to a lot more stuff when I was on Spotify. I switched to YouTube Music because it's like a bundle with premium. And I'm glad I made the switch, but my listening is way down. YouTube Music just isn't quite the right option for my kind of listening habits. Unfortunately. Imagine Ian in a morning stream. How's it going, Ian? Not really a whole album person, which is why my record collection is actually small. I am a whole album person. I'm either listening to a whole album or I want to be discovering new stuff while I'm listening. And YouTube is good for the whole album thing, but the discoverability on there, I'm not a fan of. Pivoted from... I've pivoted to not being able to read. We're at that point today. I've pivoted, I swear. I've pivoted from Black Bear to Kehlani. Okay, I think I know who Kehlani is. Doing a research project at work, is that sarcastic dancing, or are you like actually excited to be doing it? I feel like not every song in a whole album is good. Are you saying, like, do you mean you've never heard an album where you liked every song on it? Because I don't think that like a 10 out of 10 album means that every song has to be a 10. To me, also I don't think I enjoy doing projects, but it's not the worst one I've done. Okay. So it's not entirely sarcastic dancing. Because I feel like there are like very few of my all-time favorite albums that I would never skip any of the tracks on them ever. Like when I'm listening to something as a whole, I want to listen to it all the way through. But if songs from it come on shuffle, I might be willing to skip. Only buy records when more than 70% of the album is good. Yeah, there's only 2 or 3 albums I own that I can say that's not the case, and I think I'm pushing up to on 50 records. Yeah, that makes sense. For me, it's more about like as long as everything is cohesive and I enjoy the full experience, it can have some like ups and downs. As long as it still keeps me captured. I can only think of one album that I love all the songs, and that's Cartel. Cartel's cool. But you can't get a record for it at a reasonable price. Scammers. Unbelievable. Cohesiveness definitely matters. Think of at least 5 same. Okay, we gotta put a... I think my issue is the slower songs. That's fair. A lot of my favorite albums are very like blended. between slower and faster. Okay, this part is going to be covered up. But like, I feel like it has to be done right. Do albums really have purpose anymore other than just being a release of multiple songs? I would say a lot of recent albums, the songs don't relate or mean anything to each other, but maybe like 10 years ago, they would all be themed around the same thing. It just depends on who you're listening to. There are definitely artists that put out albums just to have a collection of songs, but there are still artists who form like a whole cohesive hour-long piece. Especially in like a lot of rock bands still do that, which would explain you not seeing them. How's it going, Automatic? Welcome in. How you doing? We're looking at an otter's foot, apparently. I forgot where I was zoomed. Incredibly True Story, Sweet Sexy Savage, Acid Rap. Gosh, I was obsessed with Acid Rap when it came out. If You Can't Sweat Out, Hybrid Theory. It's really hard to not just list 5 Logic albums. Is Hybrid Theory your favorite Linkin Park album? I assume, since that's the one that made the list. Hybrid Theory is definitely up there for me too. I don't think I love all of them though. Hybrid Theory just didn't hit the same way Meteora did for me. Otters are so cute. I agree. This one currently looks like he's wearing a muumuu. He's going to be wearing a big, like, fluffy winter jacket and scarf. Might be, but Meteor is good too, yeah. I have this, like, theory that I've never spoken about aloud, so I don't know if it makes any sense at all. But I think a lot of people's favorite albums tend to be the first one that came out after you became a fan of the group. And that was Meteora for me. So I remember like first getting that and first listening to it all the way through, and it felt like it changed music for me. Think you're thinking Meteora? Is that the one with the guy crouching with a mask on? He's like doing graffiti. It both hit the list. My first LP album was Hybrid Theory. Yeah, I got into them between those two albums. Really don't have a favorite. I just love sad songs. I have to be in a very particular mood for sad songs. I can't listen to sad songs when I'm already sad, and I know a lot of people would gasp at that. 3 cheers for Sweet Revenge. Do 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 do. Okay, My Chemical Romance. I was about to ask if that was My Chemical Romance, but I was worried I was going to be wrong and get that gaspy face emote. Okay, and now these sleeves. Now that he's in sleeves, I don't have to worry about the shape quite as much. Just kind of bluff it. Not me now going to look through my limited vinyl. I definitely have the urge to look at my collection later. I've been on the lowest of lows being schizoaffective, losing a baseball. I was being scouted. I just lost it, so my lows never get low. So you're saying like you had your lowest low before? So now the current lows don't seem as low? Am I understanding that right? Yeah. I hate that you had to go through that low, but it's nice to have that perspective. Sometimes the bad makes the good even gooder. Or the other bad's not as bad. I'm very deep words today. Words hard, words good, words fun, words impactful. Another one is A Lesson in Romantics, Mayday Parade. Blast that album consistently and never get sick of it. I had a Mayday Parade record album. I had it on CD. I can't remember which one it was. I have all 3 Guardians of the Galaxy soundtracks. But those are good. Are those like kind of compilation albums? Oh, I had Mayday Parade's self-titled album. Always confuse Mayday Parade and the main. Always get Mayday Parade and the main confused. Things like being able to see my niece and nephew both live far away. That can be tricky. Whenever Peach goes on a work trip, I just blast records. What freedom. There's something nice about just being able to crank up the volume and belt it. Okay, scarf time. We gotta draw with a pen, not an eraser, babe. I don't have 3 cheers. How could you, Naggin? Do better. Welcome in, Higgy. Time to pick it up, yes. Do it. Of the albums I like from Jimmy Eat World, Yellow Card, Blink, and Newfound Glory. Which Jimmy Eat World and Yellow Card albums? Keep everything on Discogs. I've never used Discogs. I keep hearing about it, and it seems like it would be something I need to do. Here's what I'm shopping for 7 kids right now, so you do better. Need to grab a few Blink albums. There are a couple of Blink albums I really like. Ocean Avenue and Bleed America. Okay, that makes sense. Not gonna have a hot take on both of those. I don't want to upset you. I was obsessed with Ocean Avenue when it came out. Just to preface this. But my favorites from each of them are the albums after both of those. Also, everyone agreed that you definitely need to fill the massagers now. Mm-mm. Do 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 do. Okay. Got a little top half and a scarf coming up on one side. Actually, I don't like that. I don't like that so much. Okay, maybe he's got like all of it coming up a little bit. Both sides. Just double layered. I mean, I like almost all of Jimmy Eat World, but my fave albums are those. I'll more than likely get more Jimmy Eat World albums eventually. I want to listen to more of it. A few songs from Futures keep popping in my shuffle. And I love that album, and I want to investigate more. I think it was called Futures. Artists do have that brow that makes them look angry, and this one is particularly angry. He's not happy with how this snowball fight's going. He's got a bone to pick with his buddy. Yeah, Futures was the Jimmy Eat World album. I was way into that one. I enjoy like 2 Jimmy Eat World songs, and I haven't listened to them other than that. And basically same with Yellow Card. Yellow Card, I was obsessed with 2 of their albums, but never really listened after that. Not in this otter's hood. Not on my turf. Okay. I keep drawing with my eraser. Beb, you can't do that. Not how erasers work. And then we've got this leaf. This leg of the scarf is hanging a lot lower. I'm laughing so hard. What we do here. I think we're pretty funny around here. Middle is my ultimate comfort song. Like, not just from Jimmy Eat World, just like ultimate overall. Like, not because I didn't like that genre of music, they just didn't really catch my attention as much as others. I feel that. Middle is a classic Jimmy Eat World song, and Caitlin loves it. I like a lot too, but her Sweetness. I liked Sweetness. Around that time, I was listening to more Blink, Sum 41, Rise Against, Papa Roach, more like energetic stuff. Mumford and Sons, Hot Gates. Okay, I feel like I've heard that one. Do you know which album that is on? Mumford was another one that, like, they had me for 2 albums, and then I kind of fell out. Okay, that was on Wilder Mind. I listened to that album. That album didn't quite grab me as much, but I did respect the style change up a bit. Listen to that when I was going through a tough time and hearing them saying everything will be all right, help me get it through, and that's why I now have it tattooed. I don't think I knew that. I love that for you. It's a very good message. Really liked the first Imagine Dragons album, and then was over them after that. I feel like the world loved their first album, and then immediately was like, okay, that's enough. Trying to think if I have a comfort song. I feel like I have a bunch of comfort songs, but they, like, I don't know that I would. It would feel weird to call the ones that I think are my comfort songs, because a lot of them are like, more cathartic than like soothing or anything. I used to blast the middle on my way home from work every day and cry. They became Nickelback immediately after releasing their first album. It's like a "You Can Get Through It" song. Yeah. I have certain artists I default to depending on my emotions. Same. Absolutely not. I love listening to Imagine Dragons. They have a song on almost all of my playlists. They have a broad style. That's my thing about them. It's like the same with Nickelback. They put out an album, they hit the top, and then they're still topping charts. So like obviously they have a fan base, they have the support, they're doing things right, but they're like just instant meme material. More of a comfort genre. Came Nickelback being a generationally understood term makes me laugh so much. Yeah. Beat Saber songs are top tier. I've heard Imagine Dragons for a long time. Instant meme material I've never seen an Imagine Dragon meme. Welcome to the internet. How did you find this place? I have Rise Against album cover burned into a monitor. Even when it's off, you can see it due to Rise Against Methadone. I went through a Rise Against phase. I was big into them for a bit. I'm not hating on Imagine Dragons. I think they're good at what they do. But definitely the like internet reception to them was hot at first and then immediately ha ha ha. Like second album onward. It's dedication for monitor burn-in. Yeah. Radioactive also was insanely overplayed. It really was everywhere. Oh, okay. I just remembered what I was going to do. We're going to fill in his eyes real quick so he doesn't look so dead. Want to frame it with a slight backlight. Just frame the monitor. That'd be a cool decoration. Can't say I know an Imagine Dragons song that isn't radioactive. I know several. That and like Thunder. Thunder was everywhere. I feel like I couldn't turn a corner without hearing Thunder. I don't listen to radio and wear headphones in stores, so now I don't know what is overplayed. Also helps I stop getting on Instagram. Yeah. I used to have to listen to the radio like 12 hours a day when I was on the boo-boo bus, and I have not turned it on since. You love Imagine Dragons? I got no issue with them. I would never like search for them. I don't hate them. You make me a believer. I'm on top of the world. Hey. That's them? Yeah. They do like they do switch their style up a good bit. So I understand not like immediately putting them together. Honestly makes music more enjoyable to just not go on Reels TikTok, yeah. I mute Instagram until it's something where I need to hear the words being said. It's time to begin, isn't it? They had several big old hits. Saves the day. And Exit is my go-to. His and Hers song. His and Hers. Is that the one with Zoe? I feel like this is familiar. No, this is not what I was thinking of. It's where my demons hide. Caitlin, are you a fan? I don't think she is. I don't think Caitlin's even heard of Imagine Dragons. I feel like I can tell when certain people like start caps locking. I just know all the lyrics to all songs, so I'm just proving to KJ that he knows. Okay, I see. Oh, carry on. I'm realizing I've heard of their songs, and I'm reminded I don't like their songs, okay? Not actually a fan, don't dislike them, but not a fan, yeah. That's where I'm at. You're a fan? What's your favorite song? Appreciate you singing them all. I'm doing my best. I'm no Dan. I think his name's Dan. Thank you. Happy to help. Follow You Are Lonely. Okay. I don't recognize those. Give it a listen. We do a lot of music sharing here. Okay. Okay. I'm realizing now that this snowball is gigantic. But that's okay. Maybe I could just make his hands a little bit bigger. Wait, I did this backwards. We just talked about this, baby. Okay, this one kid wants an Indoraptor Dino. It sounds like some kind of like race car dinosaur hybrid. Knowing band members' names is also wild to me. My brain doesn't keep that information. I have to have that information. I think for me, it's only if they've done solo songs with people. Part of me, like, falling in love with a band is, like, learning about the members. I think that's the dino from the new Jurassic Park movie. Thank you, Sage. Kind of has a feel like Miserable at Best by Mayday Parade, but a different genre. Like, Mike Shinoda did a ton of stuff outside of Linkin Park, so I know who he is. That dude works. He's a passionate boy. KJ, did you ever see that interview he did where, like, midway through, the person figured out who he was? I think that's why Danny's music means a lot to me now, because obviously she streams it. Yeah. Yes, I think about that so often. She just starts like bowing. Okay. Mittens are kind of weird. I feel like mittens seem like they should be the easy way to not have to draw a hand. But what do I do with this dang thumb situation? Is it more like this? Or is it more kind of just like one piece? That looks a bit better to me. I can always undo if I change my mind. I think I like that. I watched some of his streams too when he was streaming. Yeah. I think I got like 2. It was really interesting. But that was before I was really watching stream. I asked for the interview. It was like an event. And she was interviewing people on the carpet, I believe is what happened. And she was being like really kind and engaging and stuff, but then like middle of the interview realized who she was talking to. Favorite that is kind of new is Amaranth. That sounds familiar. And not because of Twitch. If you look up the song, I would say 21 or Amaranthine. They have so many good songs, plus the lead is very pretty and her voice is so soothing. Okay, I think I do recognize this group. I was picturing like a sit-down interview, and I'm sorry, that would be kind of rude. Yeah. I don't know that I could handle interviewing celebs. Thought you were talking about this George one. Yeah. Family friendly? It's a band. Amaranth is a potion of a tree. I don't remember where I know this name. I might have heard some of their songs. Swedish rock band. Okay. So the dude throwing this snowball is being a little trickster. That almost looks like a nose. I swear I'm gonna make it look right. Elise Rudd is the lead singer. Shards of Ice. He put a little pebble. Put a little pebble in this one. And his friend is reminding him that they already agreed. Okay, I gotta get a different pen. I hate this one for writing. Jimmy, raid and run. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, man. I hope you had a good stream. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for bringing your people over here. It's spelled differently. Yeah. Now I'm spinning Mayday Parade, and I blame y'all. You're welcome. Thank you, Naggin. Thank you, Naggin. Number one best former mod. Everyone, check out Jimmy. Jimmy's cool people. Good art. Okay, thank you for the raid, Jimmy. If you have anything you want to share before you get out, go for it. Otherwise, have a good day. Thanks for raid. Did everyone see that there's a new form of mod? Now I want to play Rock Band. I miss Rock Band so much. Super mod. It's like lead mod or something. The hammer mod. Yeah. Get an X. Loved Rock Band. I did too. I played so much of it. I don't even know what happened to all my stuff. I do have an Imagine Dragon song. It's called Rise Up. So lead mod, get to mod other mods. The description on like Twitch's like roles page sounds like, yeah. It made it sound like you could like add and remove mods and delete mod messages. It's the only one I have on my sad song. It's one that brings me back. That's good. It's good to be brought back. But next time Dev is here, can I be lead mod for like 5 minutes? Yes, remind me. I don't know how to do that, but remind me. I'll research between now and then. We can make it happen. Okay, I wanna convey that like he recently got hit by one, so maybe he's got a little pebble stuck up here, like some snow splattered. Okay, I've spent a very long time on this sketch so far. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I do need to potty. And then when I get back, I'm gonna try to like blaze through adding details and stuff. Get cracking on this piece. Thank you, Corin. Oh my gosh. The hero we needed. Wait, no. This one. Whoops. I ran the wrong ad. It'll be okay though. We're making progress. We're getting somewhere. Thank you, Corin. I'll be back. Okay, we back. Got made a lead mod somewhere. I'll report back if anything is different. KJ, just don't go mad with power. Try timing out a mod. The chaos we could cause. Also, looking at my BRB screen, I'm half tempted to just make Ian a lead mod. Not say a word about it, see if he notices, see what happens. Or go mad with power for science, you know? There are two kinds of people. Nagan, it would be way more temporary than yours would. He'd get like 30 seconds of power. Oh, he's here. Never mind. Forget the whole idea. Nagan, you're the only lead mod for me. Do. Don't get any ideas, craft man. Always listening. That's ominous, but also thank you. Conflicted, but I think thank you mostly. Alright, let's lower this down. Just made Peach my lead mod and told her she can moderate mods. I can't decide how I feel about the thought of any of my mods moderating each other. BRB phone call? I hope it's a good phone call. Make Rose lead mod. Do you mean her? Make Sage lead mod? Honestly. Gotta make sure it's someone that won't go mad with power, see? I don't know which of my mods that would be. Sage is probably the best choice, yeah. Sage stood up to so much pressure last night. People trying to steal my dog. Steal my dogs, both of them. Obviously, only if Sage wants that. I wasn't gonna ask her. Welcome to your new role. Wow. I think this is a Diddy Kong Racing song. If I'm not mistaken. I love that game. Also, lead mod can make and unmake mods. That seems like a lot of power. Do. Ooh, I don't like that curve. We're gonna make this work. There we go. Swab, but also helpful, yeah. I could definitely see positives. I feel like luckily I haven't needed a ton of moderation yet. I can see things getting out of hand. Needing some extra assistance. Knock on wood. Most of the moderation I've needed so far is just me learning to say things. Do 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 do. I've unfortunately run into some stuff that's needed moderation, but I also have a lot of contingency plans in place. Everything is very automated, and I can shut things down quickly. Yeah, I'm glad we have. It seems like there are a lot of useful tools now. Glad that's in place. I hate that you've run into things. I'm glad you got like plans and options and know what you're doing. It happens. I've got thick skin. I'm used to it. I'm glad for that, at least. Internet be a crazy place sometimes. It's a beautiful place sometimes. People be getting wild. Do 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 do. Ooh, that line was thicker than I wanted it to be. Okay. I don't care. I was about to Google which side the button should be on this jacket, but it's an otter. You can have buttons wherever you want them. Do 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 do. Right, and then I'll give it a little line underneath. So it's clearly got a little bottom. Do 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 do. Oops. Maybe more like here. Oh, I see. I notice a thing. So this would come like here-ish. Maybe there's a bit of a gap here. Whoops. Maybe like that. Do 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 do. Welcome back, Jimmy. Thank you for that raid. How's it going? How was your stream? What were you working on? Can you see what magic you're cooking up? We're working on. I'm doing 12 days of Bebsmas, and I got prompts from everyone. Today we're doing animals having a snowball fight. So we've got two otters. The first one is like it's a first-person perspective. He's about to throw a snowball at his buddy. Just Throwing some line art down now. Just finish up a commission and started page 2 of another commission. Nice. Hope they're going well. Hope you're feeling good about them. Let's put our resin line in. Make it a little wavy and hilly. Should be pretty quick once I get some time. I feel that. Getting back into the flow of things. Nice. It's always good to be back on your, back in the groove. Okay, would this make more sense? Kind of like something like that. Kind of feels like it should wrap around a bit, but it is what it is. We only got 2 hours today, so. Might be one we revisit. Okay, let's try to get this all on one smooth line. Okay, that's almost it. Let's give it one more go. Okay, one more go. We're gonna settle with whatever this is. We can reshape if we need to. Okay. That's good enough. Okay, and then we gotta put in a little pebble. Oh, that line's thick. Okay, I think that's everything. We're gonna need to fill that. We can clean up a couple of these lines. Okay. Make this our little reference layer. We're gonna do a quick and easy. Whoops. Quick and easy little gradient on the background. Push that down. Get us some snow. Put some snow on the ground. Maybe a little bit lighter. And then down here. Okay. And put a little bit of this glow on the edge. Whoops. Start coloring everything. Okay, let's start with the snowball. Be a little bit brighter. That's a lot brighter. That's a lot closer to the same color. Maybe about there. Okay, so this otter I'm looking at. It's maybe about that color. Okay, and then before I go much further, I give him his little patches. Whoops, that is huge. He's got some of this going on. Like around his mouth. And then some over here. Blend it a bit. It's not going to be crazy detailed. To at least get the general markings. This goes a little over the nose too. He's got a bit of a darker patch up in here. A bit of it over here. Do-do-do. Whoops. Maybe a bit of this coming down this way. Whoops. What are you drawing? What does it look like? It's an otter. Otter, I'm trying to match some of the face details from this reference I got without like going too realism-y. I feel like it might be getting away from me. The simple solution, Beb, is to make it rainbow. Have you considered making it rainbow? I mean, rainbow would make it better. Am I right or am I right? I need to just get a rainbow texture overlay thing. Just slap on anything. When you're right, you're right. Do. How's your research project going? Have you researched everything? Do. Only took me 45 minutes. I'm working on another project now. Okay, so it wasn't like a beast of a research project. I thought you were gonna be like all day researching. Glad it was nothing absurd, I guess. So research the new monitor options. Ian, have you considered a 7-foot monitor? Just needed to look up 30 of our clients. Okay. That sounds a little bit intense, but obviously it wasn't too much for Ian. Research boy. I've considered a 7-foot monitor. Unfortunately, it's around $22K. I hate to hear that. Dang ol' inflation. Load of garbage. His boots are gonna be like a bit of a gray. And a little bit darker of a sole. He's got a dark sole. Dark Souls 3. Wait, and this guy's mittens. What if I just do this? No, that's not quite the color I'm hoping for. Maybe like that. Oh, I didn't color his mittens yet. Maybe they're also green. He's just like full coordinated. Maybe that's a little too much green. What if they're more of a gray? Watched a new movie last night, last holiday. Only cried 4 times. How many cries per movie is a good sign. What is the highest amount of cries and what movie was it? That too. Give us all the cry details. Relive all that trauma. I don't know. Okay. Honestly, I don't know what I would have thought if you just like had that information on hand. I respect that. My longest cry was Abominable. Like that's the name of a film. Okay. I see. That looks cute. Do. Okay, and then the secret ingredient. He's got a little pebble in his snowball. Oh, there's another little pebble over here. I forgot about this one. That one's stuck in his hat. Can't think of a longest cry, but Soul and Wild Robot were the last ones. I was sitting here trying to think if a movie has made me cry. It definitely did when I was a kid. But like as an adult, I don't know. Also, Ian's Crafts. Did you watch School of Rock, or are you still not seeing it? It was even legally free. I'm not sure if he would admit to us if he did watch it. He wants the thrill of dragging us along. I didn't watch it, and it was on YouTube Movies for free. Just breaking my heart and stomping on it. YouTube Movies has really... Yeah, I noticed that recently. I haven't watched a ton on there yet. But I did see that they have... Like, I was surprised. Surprised at the options I saw. Gotta use Spotify for something? I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't get emotional really with movies. Me neither. I found The Help and Hidden Figures. Those are some of my favorite movies. I don't get emotional with most things, TBH. I don't get like super expressive emotional. I feel like I'm pretty emotional. I just like have other ways to get it out. Everything makes me emotional. I'm a big crybaby. Hidden Figures looked good. I remember when it came out. Last thing to make me tear up was a Bluey book. Bluey's surprisingly good. think all that I need to do is like my detail layer, my shadows and stuff. Let's see, what does the overlay look like? It's a bit dark. Yeah, it's a bit dark. If we just go for normal at 50. Yeah, I think that looks better. Yeah. Yup. Help is also a really good movie, but it's kind of hard to watch at some points. Is The Help the one with Nagin's, the pie Nagin references? Or is it a cake? Main actress killed the scene. Yes, okay. Main actress killed the scene where she had to explain why she was away from her desk. It is a pie? Yeah. I was freshly postpartum, and there's one part of the book where Bluey's mom was talking about the newborn days and said, we were all learning how to do new things. Just felt like I was doing everything wrong. And her mom friend comes over and says, you're doing great. It feels so real. I've never been a mom, but hearing from it, it sounds like everyone always has things where they're like, hey, you shouldn't do this, you should do that. And nobody knows how to navigate it. It seems like a lot. Also, don't typically enjoy most movies. I have so much trouble with movies. Unless it's one that I've like already seen, I'm already familiar with, it's already a comfort thing to me. I usually just don't have the attention span for it. I don't typically enjoy movies or shows, and they don't invoke much emotion in me. I have a little less trouble with shows, but I don't tend to watch them. Used to cry everything, happy tears, sad tears, all the feels. I kind of did too, growing up. I don't know when that changed for me. 1960s Mississippi Southern Society girl Skeeter, Emma Stone, returns from college with dreams of being a writer. She turns her small town on its ear by choosing to interview the black women who have spent their lives taking care of prominent white families. Only Abilene Viola Davis, the housekeeper of Skeeter's best friend, will talk at first, but as the pair continue the collaboration, more women decide to come forward, and it turns out they have quite a lot to say. Welcome back, KJ. Motion free since 93. Only cried from one TV show. It was between seasons 5 and 6 of Grey's Anatomy. You teared up at our wedding. I had something in my eye. Wow. Love movies much more than TV shows in general, but I do get obsessive with TV shows, and I'll binge like 10 seasons in 3 days. I'm a like 1 episode a day person if I am watching a show. I cry in TV shows when people die. I feel like that, for me, depends on how well stuff is written. Calling love a trigger is wild. Also said, I do have very select few triggers. Good thing you stopped watching Grey's Anatomy, Ian. Uh-oh. 1 episode a day is wild. It would take me months to finish some shows, but yeah, that's how you like enjoy it. You savor it. It's how I do. It's pretty clearly not how you do. Do. I've cried at 2 weddings, my own elopement, and one of my best friend's weddings, because I was the best man, And I made eye contact with his mom, who was like an aunt to me, and she bawled her eyes out, so I cried too. That's so sweet. I definitely got emotional at both of my siblings' weddings. I did not cry, I think, but I definitely felt it. Are you crying at next year's MocoCon wedding? Can you explain, Ian? What's happening here? Peach watched that last year, and it was on in the background, and oh man. Do you know what makes me bawl? It's those videos where military members are coming home to see their kids. Yeah. Any like reunion stuff like that. Like a big one for me is the like animals being reunited with their owners. Did Peach clarify that it wasn't a date? Beautiful. Good morning, Trist. How goes it over there? Welcome in. We're drawing an otter about to get pelted with a snowball. I stopped watching after the plane crash season. I refused to give them any more of my time because of how they treated my favorite characters. How dare they? There's also this COVID video where after lockdowns ended, these 2 3-year-olds got to see each other for the first time in like 8 months. They ran into each other, were crying and hugging. That's so heartwarming. But also sad. So you only watch those things to cry. You need an instigator. It be go. Our oven died this morning. I hate that. I hate that for you. Hope you can get it fixed. They just insert themselves into my feed. Very rude. And you couldn't possibly like tell the feed that you want to see less of it or anything. It's no option. So invasive. We were doing Zeus's chicken. Jeez, I can talk. We were doing Zeus's chicken and flames started coming out of it. No, I can't say not interested on those videos because then the algorithm thinks I'm a heartless maniac. Yeah, just that's terrifying. I agree. I'm glad you're safe, it sounds like, at least. No more explosive chickens, please. Thankfully, Zeus didn't see it. He would never trust a chicken again. What if the AI overlords would see you as one of them, and it saves you when you take over the world? When they take over the world. See? These are the things you have to consider, Ian. I'm definitely not just like piggybacking off of what Nagan said because it sounded cool. I already say thank you to ChatGPT. And you think it can't see through you? Think it can't tell what you're doing? We turned everything off the house and we're safe at least. Chickens and ovens would be off the menu. That's an adventure, Trust. Just I hope the rest of the day goes better. Do self-care stuff and all that. Apparently being polite to ChatGPT is worse for the environment. The more you hit enter, the more prompts you're doing. What if you're already doing a prompt and just add a thank you to the end of it? Do, 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 do. I usually have more to say, so my thank you will be lumped in with the following prompt, unless it's the absolute end of the conversation. Ian, you never tell me thank you. There's like zero environmental effect. I'm thanking you, local bear. Just throwing that out there. When have you helped me give a 3-paragraph summary of a 50-page report? Not once have I been asked, craft boy, craft man. It gives me an excuse at least to order takeout. Nice. Get something good. Trish says thank you to me all the time. This is a false equivalence. Trish like overly thanks me, honestly. If anything, Trish should delegate some of the thanking responsibility. False schmaltz. You're schmaltz. That's why you're not in charge of anything anymore. You had so much power here. You're going to be our next lead mod. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. I don't know what I'm even talking about. Thank you, Trist. What just fell? Ian, explain yourself. Ian threw coal at me, Caitlin. Thank you for the bits. I'm annoyed that I have to thank you. It's the perfect crime. Ian tried to murder Bam, and I have to thank him for it. That was something I wrote. It was a good sound. It was a hefty thump. Wow. I'm redrawing my PNG tuber over the break.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry!
I need a co-host. Thank you for the bits, Ian. I need someone to just like use words when I don't know how to process what just happened to me. I volunteer as tribute, but I think I cuss too much. You could adapt. You've already adapted. What are you talking about? We wish you a Merry Fartmas. But I would have to put a bleep over every sentence Tris says. Tris does better than you. If we're going there. Wow. Rarely swear when actually talking. Okay, interesting. I would have guessed the opposite of you. I would have assumed you like tone things down in any Twitch chat. I don't know why. Maybe it's like the road rage and the like I'll smack people stuff. I would have assumed you have a little sailor's mouth. Thank you, Beb. You're welcome, Jess. Thank you for thanking me. Oops, I still have a reference layer. I need to turn that bad boy off. See, I'm the complete opposite of you, and I swear out loud like a sailor, but I don't really type out swears until the Mocos, they pointed it out. Yeah. Welcome back, Corin Hot Choco. That sounds delicious. I could go for some hot cocoa right now. Not gonna lie. Maybe I'll try that instead of coffee. I had a strong urge for some coffee today. But I'm still trying to avoid it. IRL, I only swear when I'm raging mad, like ready to kill. But on text, I have a terrible potty mouth. Okay. I respect that. Ian, do you cuss when you play fighting games? Does that bring anything out of you? I swear so much all the time. I didn't hear that. Do you ever play fighting games? And when you play fighting games, do they make you cuss? Just random thought, not like specifically pointed towards anyone. Don't play fighting games. Maybe you should. Nagging. I'll have you know I played Peak last night and it only took me 15 minutes to climb the first biome. Oh, you've got okay, I see what's happened. You've got a little rivalry going on. Need to beat Dev now. She challenged me. Are you soloing it? I wonder if it's like how much different is it solo versus with people? Okay, so we're right at the 2-hour mark. Been doing pretty good about times this week. Shockingly. Only reason I thought about getting Peak was to be chaotic if I played in a group. It looks really fun to me. It does look like a game I would love. But I also understand how much like chaos it would probably provoke. I thought you're on Linux now. Now you need Windows. I have Windows. Now has everything. I think it has all options. Solo peak wasn't bad, but it was more difficult, I think, than having multiple people. That makes sense. I wasn't sure if it was one of those where like it throws more challenging stuff at you if you're in a group or what. Spent the last 2 weeks getting all OSs to work. Man, I forgot how much I love Acid Rap. It's shocking how good of an album that is to me. With how little I've cared for anything else he's put out since, that one, front to back, phenomenal. I'm a bad social player. I just don't do much social gaming. Any social gaming I've done in like the past 5 years, people have seen on stream. I do social in Warframe because you barely interact. That makes sense. Like it's a social world, but that part of it isn't crucial. That's fair. I actually have a DJ promo album of Coloring Book. Coloring Book wasn't bad to me. I agree. But like, the big day, I couldn't even get through that one. I would like to see him make a comeback though. Wait, didn't he put out something this year? I'm doing a Google. Only really do social gaming with shooters. I wouldn't have expected you to play shooters. I think he did. I don't remember. I didn't listen to it. I meant to give it a shot, but I forgot. I'm a real big fan. I've been playing shooters for ages. I used to play tons of CSGO. Starline. Okay. Yeah, I definitely did not listen to that one. Ian, you're breaking my brain. Not a CSGOer, yeah. Okay, last thing I want to do for today. I wanted to make sure I put some snow texture. I want it to be clear. Jeez. This song did me a spook. I wanted to make sure it looked like he has recently been hit. He recently took a snowball to the forehead. Forgot Ian was a teenager like yesterday. There was another game I played extensively, but I can't remember what it was called. It eventually became just absolutely full of hackers. I hate that. I don't understand doing that in games. Unless there's some sort of like profit to be made or something. League of Legends. Roblox? Ian remembers Roblox. Ian would never forget Roblox. Did you used to play hecka Roblox? I thought about playing it one time. I downloaded it once. And then never touched it. I don't know what happened there. I believe it's still on my Xbox even. Probably would have like 50k hours. Okay, so you were not exaggerating. When you say hecka, You mean it. Asked my nephew, who is closer to Ian's age than my age, what he plays, and he said he plays Roblox and Call of Duty. Need to teach him the ways of retro games. Do it. Do it. COD sucks? Wow, Ian. You think you know somebody. I played one Call of Duty ever, and I played it for like 30 minutes, and it did absolutely nothing for me. Couldn't even tell you which one it was. It was one of the ones that had zombies, which might be all of them. Okay, one last thing. Let's give a shadow. So this can be at least like resemble a completed piece. I was very good at COD, but it was so long ago. I'm 32, and it was when I was in high school. I think the one time I played one probably was around high school days. All right, we're at the point of me listening to music where I'm either going to listen to Logic or Tori Kelly, and that's going to be the rest of my music choices for the day. That's so real. I'm like that with a few artists. Where like the second one of their songs pops up, like that's my week. What about Tori Kelly? Okay. Let's distort. And then we're going to give it a little bit of a blur. Alright, I think... Oh, I'll throw the text in. Okay, so... Whoops. This needs to be on this layer. Wait, no. Found the game. Wait, I missed things. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare through Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops were in there too. In Call of Duty 4, I was ranked in the top 1,000 on Xbox Live leaderboards. Yeah, I was sweaty, so what? Project Blackout. It does sound like something you would appreciate. Did you go around breaking all city lights? No clue you were a shooty boy. Ian. Learn something every day. Also, for a period of time, I was very good at MLB The Show, an online game. I did not hit great, but I almost never allowed runs, so I'd win like 1-0, 2-1. Nice. There was I can't remember what it was even called. There was a random baseball game that I was obsessed with for a few years. It was kind of like it wasn't backyard baseball, but it was more like arcadey, goofy baseball like that. I do like baseball video games, oddly enough. To not be a sports boy. Super Mega. I think that was it. All the characters have like gigantic heads. Most people are surprised I'm into shooters. I am. I am surprised. I haven't done proper gaming in at least 2 years, though, so I wouldn't call myself a full-on gamer. That makes sense. Brother was into MOB games for a few years. It's wild how competitive they are. People go all in. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. The only game I was that good at was Blitz the League 2. I cold contacted number 1 in the world and made them quit at halftime. I peaked at number 9 in the world, and that on Xbox 360. It's impressive. Currently enjoy Arc Raiders. I've seen so much Arc Raiders. That game is so pretty. Assassin's Creed Shadows, Madden, boxing games. I'm such a basic gamer. It's kind of always Mario or puzzle games for me. I was a very cocky high schooler. Listen. Made him quit at halftime. So you could back it up, it sounds like, at least. Play mostly single-player games now. Same. With a child and full-time work, I don't have time to get angry and grinding out games. I just never had that in me. Need to get back into Assassin's Creed. I adore the story, but I've only really played 2 of the games. I 100%ed one of the Assassin's Creed games. Never got much into any of the others. Alright, I think... Wait, I was gonna throw the text on here. I got distracted. Never been a grindy gamer. I get bored when too much work is involved. Okay, Mr. 50k Roblox hours. Roblox is easy gaming, sir. All 50k hours of that and not one of it. None of it you would consider grinding. I don't really know anything about Roblox. I don't have a leg to stand on in this. Where they decided to nerf my skills. Play baseball competitively until I was like 26. I'll always run my mouth till the day I die. 360 Xbox Live era, Higgy was a different breed. Actually, there was one game I had a goal of getting into the top 5 of all players, and after I did it, I stopped playing. I'm glad the truth comes out. Okay. I think I'm happy with this piece for today's progress. And I am severely hungry. Only took 5 years, not that much grinding. 5 years, that's only like, what, a quarter of your life so far? No biggie. Alright, we're gonna go see Asperby. I've never been over there. They're delightful. They're working on some crochet. Time for me to run to the stores and hopefully find these things. I send you the best of luck and strength. They say they're in stock in line. They better be then. Dude, when those online stock counts lie, I want to rage. That might bring rage out of me. You're gonna let me take a trip just to find out. It was all a lie. Getting into fights on the baseball field and making a disgusting gesture assault on the umpire was not okay, never was okay, and I'd throw hands with myself now if I could go back in time. I'm glad you have that perspective on it now, at least. I feel like a lot of people never reconsider stuff like that. So you got that at least. All right, I'm gonna go get some food. Maybe back here tomorrow at 10. 10 again. What are we working on tomorrow? He deserved it, Higgy. See, people like Ian never reconsider those sort of things. Oh, tomorrow's dev's prompt. Saying assault wasn't okay, but then saying you would assault yourself is an interesting concept. Now that you mention it. Have the rest of your day. Thank you, Court. Have a great rest of your Bebri day. You too. Hope you're having a good trip. Enjoying the family time. Alright, go show some love to Asperby. I'll see everyone tomorrow at 10. Working on some giraffes. Giraffes for Dev. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for making it a good 7th day of Bebsmas. Have a good one, everyone. You too, KJ. Hope the Tori Kelly day is great to you. Alright. I think that's all I've got. I'll see everyone tomorrow at 10. Okay, bye.